As we were about to commence this blog this morning, Jana asked me, do I know what I'm going to talk about? She moved house over the weekend and doesn't have a telephone, been cut off from the internet, and apparently the newspaper didn't arrive, so she thought, well, maybe this will be interesting. Anyhow, last week we saw National Field Days here in Hamilton. About 130,000 people, I guess, went through the gates, and the weather was very kind to us. Now, National Field Days is a great opportunity for farmers and members of the public to come together to see all the new innovations. Some amazing innovations were demonstrated, and the youngest prize winner was a 12-year-old who had a really neat way of collecting the sort of electric gate extensions, which you might imagine have a little ring stick out and then a plug-in bit, and she just invented a way of hooking those over so you could put them on your bike or other vehicle that you were moving around the paddocks as you were doing repairs. Some really good thinking. But I think what the key point I want to make about National Field Days is how it brings business people together, and what is really important is the deals that are done subsequently. Having an international lounge where thousands of people from overseas come through, including His Excellency the Irish Ambassador, the UK Ambassador, UK High Commissioner, and other ambassadors, plus trade delegates, etc., to have a look at what is best in Kiwi agriculture. These deals that go on into the future are behind the scenes, in the sense that we don't see a lot of what actually gets signed off, but they are what will drive our economic future. As opposed to, for Jana's sake, reading this morning's local newspaper, seeing a criticism again of our local government and its failure in financial management. The Department of Internal Affairs, which is a department of our national government, clearly criticised the V8's expenditure here in Hamilton and the way in which the city has been able to, or unable to, manage its financial affairs over recent years. It seems to me there is a real lack of understanding in local government about how its activities relate to economic development. And now we're striving to say in the local community, our ring roads and our investment in ultra-fast broadband are major initiatives which are going to lead to economic development. They may, but what are the linkages? How will it make a difference? Does anybody really understand? If they do, they're not making it very clear. So again, grandstanding, or building a grandstand that loses lots of money again, is one of those sorts of activities that local government seems to get into. Pleased to say that although we lose a lot of money on our grandstand here in the Waikato, it is significantly less than the $250 million, or so it is said, grandstand in Otago.